use autumn time. It's 3/4 length long johns. Very nice to have on winter days. So that hole was repaired, and I plan to go on in another repair direction. Although I will convert these, that is the same style as this, although this is hammer tool, very old, you can see that from the tag. I will convert these into short-legged pants instead of 3/4 length pants. And 3/4 length is when the legs is only is not going totally down, only 3/4 of the legs is covered. So thing is that for this I will cut it. I've already done that. I will show you in a moment. Somewhere around here. And then there will be a new elastic band in this part. And also it is 46, and that is way too big for me. So I will reduce, and this is only a test, I will reduce the lifespan for this underwear to fit me. And I will show you how to do that relatively easy. So that is the plan, not for this pair that I use, but for the other pair that I have already prepared. Yes, so also I'm making a reduction of these underwear turned inside out, and you can see that I have put a straight seam up here and this triangular seam going down there. So the plan is to remove this triangle in order for the elastic to fill out as much as my waist will do, meaning that this will be more or less a straight line. So these two big underwear I can use. So plan is to do the same in this side, so it's totally symmetric. And after that, these are converted from long underwear, and after that I will put in an elastic band in this in the legs. Very simple, and then they are good to go. And now I'm ready for both sides. This triangle, very simple, and this one. So I will remove it now, and leaving out a little extra space in the fabric for the closing seam. I think this will do, a little less than 1 centimeter. Like that. And I think filling these out will be okay, because then it looks like this, and I don't think it will be awkward at all, because this also goes in. This is the old label Hammertor, very famous in Denmark. And for the legs, the plan is to bring in this elastic band, measured for my legs. And what you do is that you make a little meeting point, and then you stitch this together, remove the needle and stitch again in order to make this strong. And the first part is now ready. That is just to keep it together, and I will put extra seams in now. And now the meeting point is ready. It's not pretty. There's no, this is not going to be visible in the final product, so it's all for the strength. So a little going in this direction and a little in the other direction, crisscross. It's a little, it's a small detail for the machine, so you have to work your way using the elastic. Yeah, doing the elastic now. Placed it down in the legs. I have to measure this length in exactly at the original seam, around 5.5 centimeters, and then the plan is to stitch it to the original fabric all the way around. Make this a straight line as good as I can, then fold it up like that, and make another closing stitch on this one to make it stay inside, and then it will be totally invisible from the outside. Yeah, that is the plan. You get the impression from looking at it, and now I will close it up. And looking at it now, I've used the scissor on this outer line, and you can see that it is more or less the same distance all over, not exactly, but more or less. So now it's time to place needles and close it up. And now the needles is in place, and you can see that it is not totally straight there, but it is on the inside. It would be ideal to have this this distance around 1 centimeter, and maybe I can use the scissor afterwards. So plan now. Yeah, first of all, place the needles through the elastic band to help yourself to make it stay totally in place while running on the machine. And then the plan now is to place a seam right to the upper side of the elastic band. Then remove the needles and maybe use the scissor yet again to make it more even. And then place a final closing seam on this edge, so it will stay in place. And I forgot to place the needles in the right direction, meaning that I am now forced to remove the needles before it goes to the machine needle. I try to stay on the lower side of the elastic band. I can hear when the needle is going through the elastic band, and I try to avoid that. Okay, I think. So now we'll try to make this distance the same all over. And now you can see that I am ready to make the final seam. And maybe you can see it better. Yeah. I think it's okay for this leg, and I will do the same for the other now. And again, this is where you start. For the elastic band that you have already measured to fit your legs, and you don't need more overlap than just below 1 centimeter. You can see it now. So that's it. And yet again, all the needles is in place now. You can see this is the other leg, and this time I considered getting the direction of the needles right, meaning that whenever I use the machine, I'm better off working with the needles running in that direction, meaning the sharp point is pointing at the machine, so it makes it easier to remove like that. So I think we can place the closing seam now. Start from the original seam down below. And that is still number 7. Try to stay clear of the elastic band again. Okay, I'm a little off now. Oof. Still. Try again. Yes, we are there. Hope it looked good. And still you can see having this, using this underwear, it will clearly show that you like the vintage homemade style because it's so visible that it is. Yeah, a little hiding of these thread ends needs to be done. I'm looking forward to try my new underwear on. So this is it. High-waisted underwear with short legs. Having this, I think we can live with that. And the legs is done, it feels very good. The elastic works good. So, reuse of vintage style armature underwear, still wonderful to use.